The pandemic has drastically changed the landscape of the business environment as companies and organizations have seen a decrease in revenue ranging from 20% to as much as 60% in their revenues. And millions of people have been losing their jobs since 2020, all the way up until this day. So this calls for drastic change and drastic measures in organizations. And this urges us to re-examine the leadership skills that are necessary now and into the future. So before we get started to talk about the 4 leadership skills that will be necessary in 2021 and into the future, I just want to take a brief moment because I know that you value personal growth and development as much as I do, and therefore I would be so grateful to you if you could share this video with 3 of your friends on social media and tag them so that they know exactly what skills are going to be necessary to utilize in their entrepreneurship journeys or within companies that they might be running or be a part of, as well as even in their home and family lives, because we're always dealing with people. And so we are leading and guiding people all the time, whether we think we are or we're not. We as leaders have been pushed to rethink the fundamentals of how we work and the way that we learn best. And so leaders in this new unconventional way of working need to develop these 4 essential leadership skills. And the first one that I want to discuss today is empathy. Oprah Winfrey said that leadership is about empathy. It is the ability to relate and connect to people so that we are able to inspire and empower other people's lives. While effective communication has always been one of the necessary and vital parts of having a great workplace environment, 2020 taught us that we need to go beyond that. We need to connect with each and every individual, to listen to their concerns, to truly relate and be authentic in responding to what it is that they have to say in their personal and professional lives. And to be an empathetic leader means that you are making that connection and you are able to relate to other people. It is not about you, it is about the other person in front of you. Remember, empathy is not just a nice personality trait to have, it has become critical in building a work environment where employees feel heard and valued. So that open, continuous, and empathetic communication is what will increase your employees' engagement, and it will also encourage productivity in the long run. So the second leadership skill that's necessary is having healthy priorities. And as a leader, you might be feeling drained and exhausted with the ever-changing landscape of business and different demands on your energy, your prioritization, your time, and just motivation in general. So having these healthy priorities for yourself, but also for your colleagues and those that you lead is completely essential in this day and age, because if we're not healthy, we cannot give that same guidance and support to other people, and we can't show up as our best. So this is essential as a skill that you not only need to show up as a role model and lead with healthy prioritization, but you have to help others get there as well so that they're not always under that fear, that stress, that exhaustion, and that burnout state. So let's think about this for a sec. As leaders, we have to exhibit a sense of strength, but it's also important for us to recognize that we are all human and that we're susceptible of external factors and the way they affect us emotionally. So checking in with your employees, inquiring about their well-being, and focusing on leading the self as well as the people instead of projects or ideas. This will make for a more promising and successful future. Emotional agility isn't how you control your emotions or how conscious and aware you are of those emotions in the first place. It transcends that limited understanding to how you navigate those emotions. You cannot do this without cultivating a certain level of mindfulness that allows you to detach your definition of who you are from, say, the emotions that engulf you. It's essential to learn that you are not your thoughts and you are not your emotions, and so they do not define you. A quote by Susan Davis that I absolutely love goes like this: "How we deal with our inner world drives everything. How we live, love, parent, and lead. We need emotional agility, which stems from the courage to be authentic, to thrive in all realms of life." As a leader, building your emotional agility will allow you to understand the intentions that govern your actions, and therefore it will give you more impact with those actions that you undertake. So as a leader, make sure that you're really looking at these actions and intentions that you seek to generate, and from there, your communication will be much clearer and unprovoking. Number 4 is empowerment, an essential skill. Howard Schultz can be quoted saying, "People want guidance, not rhetoric. They need to know what the plan of action is and how it will be implemented. They want to be given the responsibility to help solve the problem and the authority to act on it." So Howard Schultz, as the former chairman and CEO of the Starbucks company, which I am a fan of, I have to say, with my coffees, he is completely right that you don't have to do everything on your own, but what you need to do is to inspire and empower other people to help you along with that path, as long as you have clear communication, empathy, and clear guidelines. So all of these skills that I've discussed today, in part, help you get to the skill of empowering others. And when you are in a crisis situation, you do not have to do everything yourself. Not only that, but you can't do everything yourself. So you have to have that compassionate, empathetic leadership quality where you can inspire and empower other people to help solve problems and come along this path with you when you have clear communication, love and passion for something. And I have to say that I have been in that situation where it felt like crisis after crisis, and I didn't have that leadership above me to go to. But what I did have was I had a really great team that also believed, and they were able to be inspired and empowered to help solve problems along the way.